Hey, what's up everybody? Jack of Many Trades back here again with another simple and effective tech review. So this is going to be a product that I use quite frequently just to clean up around my room and make sure that things are looking nice enough for me to start filming and just to keep things cleanly. And that is going to be the Brigii M1. So this is a product that came out quite a while ago and I've had it for a fair bit of time, I think a little over a year at this point. And it comes in this little bag here, which is sort of the first point to start with. The bag is pretty annoying in my opinion. It's a little bit small for all of the accessories that come with this device, and it's also not really the highest of quality. So as you can see, after using this for over a year, I have got some pretty big holes here in the outer layer. The inner layer is still holding up fine, but the outer layer definitely does take a beating and it gets pretty shabby looking. As you can see, this part here is completely opened up as well, and
This does shed, so
it's kind of annoying. I think it would have been nice if they would have included like a plastic case or something, because at least that wouldn't disintegrate, where this thing really does fall apart. It's not very nice to look at, and it's also kind of annoying to have to shove everything in there. But that being said, I do actually quite like this product. It's something that I use frequently. Now, that being said, you do have to sort of temper your expectations because this is a small form factor vacuum. It's not going to be pulling as hard as something like the Brigii H5, which is a newer version of their vacuum cleaner, and that is capable of actually vacuuming things like carpet and other things like that that you would need more suction power for. This is definitely more of a lightweight, but it does do well for cleaning up small spaces and small messes. And this is HEPA filtered, so that is pretty nice. They do sell replacement filters, so I can leave some of those down in the description, along with, of course, the entire product and everything else that I talk about in this video. But as you can see, you can remove the dust cup up here from the device itself, and if you would like to open it up, you can just slide this little switch from the locked position to the unlocked position, and then you could just push it. It opens right up. It's spring loaded, and in here we have our filter with the little metal outer ring. And to put it back on, all you need to do is just line up the little triangle with the unlock position and then turn it to the lock. Now it's locked on. So some of the other accessories that you get inside this are a tube with a little crevice extension. This is really nice for if you're trying to vacuum places that you couldn't normally get with most vacuums. This is a fairly small tube. It's about, I'd say, a little bit over 1/4 inch as far as the diameter of the outer part. It does flare out a little bit, so you know, if you're trying to get in really, really tight spaces, the flare might hurt you, but this is a pretty nice thing to have, although it does look a little bit funny. And then here we have the brush and multi-extender. So this is a bit that goes straight onto the top of your vacuum, and you can use it as either just a flat plastic surface or you can use the brush. So up next there is a sort of wide mouth adapter. This is for use with that tube that I showed you before. So you can just put this on the end of the tube and then vacuum up wider spaces with no brush. This is just plastic. You also get your tube adapter, so this part here goes onto the vacuum itself, and this part here goes to the tube, and then you can use all of the tube accessories like the crevice or the wide. So you can use this USB-A to USB-C that they include to charge it, and something that I don't have with me because it just took up too much space in the bag and I never used it was the rubber adapter for using something like space bags or vacuum sealing bags. Alright, so here I wanted to show you guys exactly how you're going to put on all of the attachments for the Brigii M1. So as you can see here on the top, we have this oval shaped cutout, and you're just going to take, say, the brush attachment and line up the oval shape with the angle that's on the side, and it'll just slot straight in, and it'll just open up the bottom flap on the inside. That'll make the vacuum have an easier time getting through the tip of your brush head. If you want to use the tube for any of the attachments that are associated with that, all you need to do is just attach your tube attachment to the top just the way that you did with the brush. Then take your tube and just fit it around the stem of the tube attachment, and then you can just take, say, the crevice tool and then put it inside of the tube, and now we have our crevice attachment here. And you could do the same thing with this wider attachment as well if you would like to.
Alright, so as you can see here, this is my monitor base stand, which has quite a bit of dust on it. This is going to be a perfect environment for us to test out the capabilities of the Brigii M1. So as you can see, I'm just going to quickly vacuum this up, clean up all of the dust on the base stand as well as that little area up there, and let's just see how we did.
Alright, so as you can see here, we now have a pretty clean surface, and so these are the types of things that the Brigii really does a good job at, is just cleaning up small things like this, or if you're talking about cleaning up behind your TV or something like that. Now, another thing that I really like about this, which really makes this a pretty cool product, is the ability to use it as a compressed air blower. So rather than having to buy compressed air all the time, all you need to do is just buy this one time, and you can just take your little crevice attachment and put it on the bottom of the Brigii M1. And now if you turn on the vacuum, you can very conveniently and quickly blow off devices such as a keyboard or anything else that might have very, very tiny spaces that you're not going to be able to get to, and that generally people would use compressed air or something like that to clean out. It's not going to be as strong as a traditional like dust buster or something like that. This is a much smaller form factor vacuum, and it's going to be a little bit less powerful because of that. But with all that being said, do I recommend this vacuum to you guys? And I'd say, as with a lot of products, this is sort of a yes and no. I think it can work out pretty well for you if you have the right expectations and if it's the right fit for you. If you want to just clean small spaces, say like your car or your desktop, or if you're a fan of Legos like I am and you just want to sort of clean up some of the dust that may accumulate on your Legos over time, or if you have a lot of small tight spaces that you want to vacuum up dust from and you can't really disassemble the item very easily, this could be a good option for you. Like I said, that extender and crevice tool are pretty nice for getting into small, harder to reach places. But like I said, if you're looking for the most powerful vacuum that you can get, it's definitely not going to be this. But if you do want a convenient USB-C rechargeable vacuum that's ready for you whenever you may have a small mess, I think that this is a really great product to have around. Like I said, it's not going to be the magic bullet for everything, but it will do a lot of things well, as long as, like I said, it's not a huge task, as long as you don't need to clean up like an entire room or something. But with that being said, I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys have any comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful and think that it might help out a friend, please be sure to share it. And again, as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I will catch you guys in the next one.